MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. It's Cubs baseball. Next on the show. Yu Darvish gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Yu Darvish is what you look at when you're looking for an ace. Big, strong guy, came over from Japan, 95 to 97 miles an hour, all the way back from Tommy John surgery, has the curveball, the changeup, and the slider, will throw any pitch at any count. One of the top pitchers in the game, and you'll know early, if he's seeing a lot of swings and misses and strikeouts, it's going to be a long day for those guys swinging the bats.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. The 0-2 once more. Clear skies this afternoon. 84 degrees is our first pitch temperature. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Bryant moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number one. Now a chance to look at the starting nine for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, you've really got to be able to appreciate the incredible talent of Paul Goldschmidt. He's one of those guys who won at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
The ball and 2 strikes. Fouled off. Fouled away. 1 out, nobody on. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Now this pitcher's feeling the flow right now. 2 outs in the first.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. It's a solo shot here for Paul Goldschmidt, and the Cardinals move out in front 1-0.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the first and a big fly, just like that, and they take the lead.
Standing in now, Tyler O'Neill, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. And it's fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Push softly over toward the right side. It's flagged down deep in the hole. Throw gets him there from short right field. A nice play, and that one ends the inning. Miles Michaelis is on the mound for the Cardinals. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Striding into the box, Chris Bryant. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The right fielder, Bryant.
Now the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Bader is right there, 1 down. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, I can't wait to see if Kyle Schwarber can keep it going. He's got great power. I love watching a guy can take the ball to the opposite field or go to dead center field, and that's exactly who he is. BP is impressive, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him launch one in this one.
Behind 0-2 now. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
Count even at 2-2. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. Edman is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Back on it is the left fielder. To the track, into the bleachers, and gone. A solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo. And the Cubs are back to even now at 1 run apiece.
Well, his offense spotted him a run in the top of the inning, and he just gave it right back. That's what happens when you plant one in a hitter's wheelhouse. Sent out of here in a hurry.
Into the box now, Kyle Schwarber. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. 1-1 to Schwarber.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2.
At the ball.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. The Cubs get a run courtesy of Anthony Rizzo. Second inning coming up. All even now at 1-1. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring in the Illinois State product Paul DeYoung. In there for strike 1, 0-1. DeYoung in an 0-2 hole here.
0-2 count. You could do just about anything you want right now. Up, down, in, out, hard, soft. Good time to be a pitcher.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Here's the first pitch to him. And that misses, ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. On the ground to third. Baez has it. And there's out number 2. In now, Tommy Edman. Head-to-head numbers with Yu Darvish. An impressive 4 for 7. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swings through it for strike number 2. Edman is a guy that can really pick him up and put him down, if you will. He's a plus runner and really uses speed to his advantage in multiple ways on the field.
Yeah, and it works for him. It works for him in a lot of ways, like you said, Matty. Hits the ball on the ground. He has the potential to beat it out. I can't tell you what.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the second, tied 1 apiece. Last half of the second set to go, and set to go is the second baseman, David Bodie. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses for ball 1. Lifted in the air to center field. Bader is there, and he has it for the first out.
The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on defense in this fashion. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. And that misses. 2-1. And now a pitch on the way. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor. He's swinging a pitch that bad. Not good.
But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted into center field. Bader will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Through 2, we're tied 1 apiece. And that'll bring up the former top prospect Harrison Bader as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. No balls and 1 strike. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result it's 0-2. Swing and a miss as he starts the 3rd the same way he ended the 2nd with a punch out, 1 away. So 1 gone here in the St. Louis 3rd, and into bat next the pitcher Miles Michaelis. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. 1 out, nobody on. This is foul right side. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning. Here's Colton Wong now. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. And Baez will put this one away to retire the side. Down in order go the Cardinals. Home half of the 3rd coming up, tied at 1. Digging in now, Nico Horner. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Hey, right here, anytime a leadoff hitter gets on in front of the pitcher, it puts the defense on notice. You're going to see the 3rd baseman creeping in. You're going to see the 1st baseman crashing, trying to get that out at 2nd base. But if not, make sure of 1.
Pitch outside, the throw. And it'll be right on the bag as Molina nails him trying to swipe 2nd. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Oh, man, was that a hack. He's trying to create his own run support with a swing like that.
Cubs pitcher at the plate trailing with a 1-2 count.
This hitter right now looks overmatched with a fastball. I think you go right back to it.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. But sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Now batting.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to short. A dive. He's got it. He's out. The defense on display on this beautiful diving stop at short. Don't touch that dial, or the remote for that matter. More on the show right after this. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian as the TCU product. The left-handed hitting Matt Carpenter is the first to bat in the inning. No balls and a strike to count. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
Now a foul tip straight into the catcher's glove, and he's able to hang on to record the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Dan, are you even concerned about that? You've been pitching out of the windup all game, and now you have to go to the stretch.
It can be a concern sometimes, Debro, but you try to in between starts to make sure that you throw enough pitches out of the stretch, and he's been out of the windup most of the game, so we'll see how he reacts here after this base hit.
Here's Darvish on 0-2. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out. Stepping into the box, Paul DeYoung. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Ball one to start the at-bat. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Schwarber is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. One left for the Cardinals. On to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Javier Baez.
Third baseman, Javier.
Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 2-2 one more time. This is on the ground over to first, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He's running, lifted the other way out to left center. O'Neill waits on it. 1 away. Striding in, Kyle Schwarber. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. That's a strike to throw down. And it'll be right on the bag as Molina nails him trying to swipe second. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Here now the 2-2. Drilled right back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
Next to bat will be Victor Caratini, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike. 1-1. Grounded back up the middle. DeYoung's got it. A first, and the Cubs squander what looked like a good opportunity as that ends the inning. Cubs strand a couple. Fifth inning coming up, tied at 1. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago, back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. The 1-0 home is taken for ball 2.
2 balls, no strikes.
And he fouls this one off. 3-1 now.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
And they'll issue the intentional walk here. Interesting decision with the bases empty and 1 away.
Now batter.
Fouled off.
Harrison.
Good speed at first and good speed with the guy at the dish. Going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, got to get rid of it quick.
Fouled away. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to Rizzo, and it's a double play. Side retired. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he was very pleased with how little they're swinging and missing right now. They currently have more than 1 hit per inning, and looking at strikeouts, they only have 2. So far, the recipe for success has been to make contact early and often.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Runners on the move for second. In there, now the throw. In time, and he is nailed at second.
Well, in my opinion, this one all came down to the catcher's footwork on that throw. That was just perfect. You have to use your feet to get your body into a good throwing position for an accurate throw. He did it just right, and he nabs another base runner.
The 1-1 home. Misses for the second ball.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Strike swinging, chased a high one there.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around at strike 3. Here's the first pitch to him. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. We played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Miles Michaelis. Way behind that pitch, it's 0-1. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame.
Well, pitching domination continues. Just a total of 2 runs on the board, so both of these starters should feel really good about their showings. If you love good pitching, this has been the game for you.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong, as he lifts it in the air to right field. Right fielder coming on, and a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
And this is just a cut fastball. He's trying to sneak in the back door. He's unable to get it done. Leaves it right over the heart of the plate, and that's just too easy for a guy like this. He's licking his chops as the ball rolls.
It's through. Let's see if they send him around to try to score. And not in time as the run scores.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Tyler O'Neill. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Hit in the air to center field. Waiting on it is Almora. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 2 hits here in the inning lead to a run for the Redbirds. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Cubs 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Chris Bryant.
The right fielder,
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Oh, 1 ball, no strike.
The 1-0.
Ball at the 2.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Driven nicely into the gap. Bryant around first, heading for second. The relay. The tag, and he is out at second.
Up next to the Cubs, the third baseman.
And that brings up Javi Baez. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. A ball that's carrying, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he is in there at third with a 1-out triple.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how managers thinking. He's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring it home.
Skied into straightaway right. Catch is made. Runner tagging from third. And this will get into the books as a sac fly and an RBI, and we are tied at 2.
The left fielder.
Digging in once again, Kyle Schwarber. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bader is under this one. And he will make the catch, so that'll do it. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. We're through 6 full, and we are tied 2-2. So Paul DeYoung digs in next. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Wilson Contreras is into the ballgame now as he'll take over out in left field. He's set. Here's the 0-1, and it's fouled away.
Wilson Contreras.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
To first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The right fielder, number 19.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Tommy Edman. He was given a free pass via the intentional walk last time. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1 and 2. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now in 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Almora races in. And a long run, but he's there to track it down. Nice range, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. Score remains 2-2. Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring in the second baseman, David Bodie. And he fouls this one off. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Digging in to try it again, Victor Caratini. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Weak roller right side. Flips it behind his back. On to first, and there were 2 down.
The center fielder, number 5.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Albert Almora. A hit in 2 tries so far. The bouncer to the left side. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Cubs are down in order, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Ready to begin the 8th, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Harrison Bader. No balls and 1 strike. Now a late bunt attempt here, but he misses strike 2. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. And it's gone into the bleachers.
What a great piece of clutch hitting right there to give his boys the lead. Going to put a lot of pressure on the opposition to have to score with only 6 outs to go.
Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Here's the 0-1 pitch. No outs, nobody on. And another foul ball. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Heading for second now is Fowler. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. Well, they were having their troubles with his heater early, but not this time.
Yeah, after a while, the good hitting team is going to start catching up on that hard stuff. You can see that he tracks this thing all the way and just rips it to the wall. He's in the second with a double.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Behind 0-2 now. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Now that
First delivery to him on the way. A ball and no strikes. Fowler leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. 1-0 pitch is his slider, swung on and missed. 1-1. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Bryant is there, 2 down. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Paul Goldschmidt will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Rowan Wick enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8. And it looks like they'd rather go after the next guy as the intentional walk signal comes here with 2 away.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
Digging in, Tyler O'Neill. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Count even now at 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
I always felt 0-2 you had to cover away. If a guy's going to bury you in 3 times in a row, you tip your cap and walk back to the dugout, because that's not easy to do.
And he got him. Minimizing the damage at just a run. The inning is over. 1 for the Cardinals in the inning on the solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's now 3-2 St. Louis. Giovanni Gallegos is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And stepping up as the shortstop, Nico Horner.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
That evens it up 1-1. Now the pitch.
2-1.
High in the air into shallow left center. O'Neill waits on it. He's got it 1 away. Cardinals are into their bullpen now, as there are the final numbers for their starter. It was a really nice day on the mound for him.
One of the big keys to having a good pitching performance is not being afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. And this guy certainly wasn't in this one. Didn't allow a walk all game long.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Hayward, or often just J-Hay, who was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
The 2-0 on the way. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Got to be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah, everybody's getting knocks and the batting averages are flowing right now, but nobody's come up with that big runner in scoring position, 2-out knock kind of feel that really is going to break this game open.
Fouled off. Comes set with the 0-1. Late swing there on the changeup. Couldn't make up his mind, I guess. It's strike 2.
Hey, watch out. This hitter's got one thing on his mind.
Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Now batting.
At the plate, Javier Baez. He made it to third on a triple in his previous appearance. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. Bader will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail 3-2. Ryan Tepera enters from the pen to start the 9th inning, as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. All set to start the 9th in this one, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Paul DeYoung. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Two and 2 the count. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Heading out towards shallow right. Bodie ranging into the outfield, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the 2nd out. He's set. Here it comes. Tommy Edman is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he falls behind 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. The next 0-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Jordan Hicks comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Now pitching.
All set for the bottom of the 9th, and that brings in Anthony Rizzo. First offering on its way. Lifted down the line in left. DeYoung in foul ground. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, and he got a pitch to handle as this ball is hit high in the air and deep. And folks, this ball game is tied. So it's a solo shot to dead center, and we are tied again. Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Comes set and the 0-1. Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. Fouled away.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
The 1-2 misses, ball 2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And he lays off ball 4, so now the potential winning run is aboard at first. So coming to the plate, David Bodie. The winning run is at first base. Daniel Descalso come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Number 33, Daniel Descalso.
In there, strike 1. Possible winning run aboard here, nobody out. Down and away, ball 1. Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Drilled to first. And this gets right under his glove. A costly mistake there. And they keep rolling here. Their runners at the corners with still nobody out. Genesis Cabrera comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Now batting, Victor Caratini. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
The 0-1 down the left field line and deep. And they do, in fact, let it land foul. Very smart. Now the 0-2 pitch. Hot shot toward third. That ball's down, and in comes the winning run. And the Cubs will win this ball game in walk-off style. And, you know, these guys take their cue from their manager. He doesn't panic, so they don't panic.
They just put those hard hats on and then go to work. They manufactured a couple of runs, and this game is theirs. That was a fun game.
So we witnessed a close one here, but this man was a big factor in the outcome, so we're inclined to pencil him in as the top player of the game.
He was one of a few guys that really swung the bat well in this game with a pair of base hits. He helped propel his team to a hard-fought win.
A one-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. The Chicago Cubs came through when it mattered in the ninth on the way to the win. Ryan Tepera gets the W on the mound. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 4 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. For St. Louis, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours exactly. Our paid attendance at Wrigley Field this afternoon, 41,649. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.